Greetings, everyone. This is Joanna from the Sacred Corner and Heavenly Radiance, Shamanic Tarot, Intuitive Readings and Healings, and from Universal Love Light Ascension Teachings and Wisdoms Global Webinars. Thank you so much for tuning in to this beautiful Sacred Corner, where we get to choose at all moments who we desire to experience, explore, and express ourselves as. And I wanted to come forward with another joyful offering today, what I've been working on the last couple of days that have great importance as we're all feeling these collective energies and these global purging, if you will. The, 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 the planetary shifts and movements that Gaia is moving through, the collective purging, the energies that many empaths and crystalline children are all feeling. And of course, the full moon that's coming up, allowing us to feel extra amplifications in so many, really deep and powerful energies. So we wanted to come forward and again offer how important it is to, create that daily self-care, the dream reflection, get up and get moving and dancing and singing, allowing your vibration to just flow as spirit. As we talked about yesterday, Spirit and Source Creator was showing me that getting used to just being in the moment and being present with the joyfulness of you and getting used to every moment. Can I enjoy being me and just allow me to come forward? That soul essence that is love coming forward to be you. And so just before we clicked on record, they said, just allow us to live through you, and we're always with you. We're always here. You can feel us in the silence. And this is where that profound epiphany that occurs when many of the invocations and the initiations that I've done through all of my sacred service and my ascension path work has always included ritual and ceremony. It's always been really important to me. And part of that ritual and ceremony was surrendering into Source Creator, surrendering into the divine. But that always felt somehow outside of me. And so what has come to me is that surrender to the God within you, and how that is pure perfection and it can't not be different. And so that was just mind-boggling. And I know and we've said this, I don't know how many times in any of our years of doing this in the books and in writing, we're not separate from Source. Source is within every atom, every cell. But again, every moment that you're in your awakening state, moving through your mastery, it's about that moment for moment alchemic transmutation of who are you now with Source, and can you be joyful in it? Transmuting and releasing what needs to be released and just being your full Source now. Give yourself the honor and the shine and the illumination and the presence to be Source, that you are Source. Surrender into your own oneness of Source, your own perfection as Source. You've come here as perfect, And that is what, Lord Sananda was weaving back into, is that you, in that knowing, you affect the environments. Even not in that knowing, you affect the environments. Of course, we know that. But to affect the environment in the way that is that 5D co-creative template process, releasing all restrictions, releasing all that you think has been holding you back. And this has been a profound lesson for me, because I have so many creative talents and so many creative gifts and spiritual gifts and shamanic gifts and metaphysical gifts and intellectual gifts, all of these things that I've come with to co-create with. But many has been held back due to the restrictions and the limitations I've held myself within through all of the things I've been healing, of course. But what we're moving at is that just releasing what you think you have to do or perform or to create a mission of, and just simply surrender into the beauty of being you, and all will come forward in its natural, harmonic, synchronistic threading and weaving, because that's the universe. You living fully as you as Source, you living fully as you as love, you living fully as that surrender into you. And so allow that to be, kind of a soft and loving musing for you. I'm going to surrender fully into who I am as Source. I am perfect. I am whole. I know all. I am connected with all. I am harmonic with the all. I have the ability. I have the power. I have the energy. I have the creativity. I have the creative abundance to create my fifth dimensional bodies, reality, friendships, and soul tribe and soul relationships. How I choose my reality to look and feel and to experience. And so that was just a profound epiphany. allow the ritual to be you, allow your ceremony initiations to be you, allow your meditations to be the love of who you are, to experience, to explore, to seek the love of all that you are. And we've said this so many times, but it's becoming a deeper, richer level of knowingness, because we all feel and see our world in suspension, our collective in suspension, what's next kind of thing. And nobody understands or truly can sense what's coming next, because each and every one of us are living and co-creating different realities. So those that are on the path of oneness of self with source as source, that are on the path of that fifth dimensional exploration and co-creation, that all-encompassing enlightenment and awakening journey, we have this ability to surrender into who we are as pure perfection, into musing about it, into softening within it, to releasing those restrictions that kept us separate from, like one of mine was the ego, and its ability. Even though I understand source at a very intimate level, and I channel source in everything that I do, but source was showing me this morning that there was still those lifetimes of deep traumatic death that the ego feels. It's too there's too much trauma to fully connect with source, because in those lifetimes where that occurred and there was that full unification with source, there was deep trauma involved with it. And so those are just these illusory mistruths that the ego threads. Oftentimes too, the ego does not know what spirit and soul know. So it's only, as we've said before, it's only relating that experience to the pain of that experience. That's all it knows. It doesn't know that threading of all else. That's why in your path work and in your healing, to surrender the ego, because it does not know and cannot heal and cannot transcend what the soul and spirit is here to allow us to experience, is that reunification as our full source. We've always been. We are fully unified with source. We can't not be, but it's our perspective, our interpretation, our perceiving, our co-creating, and why, I'm coming forward with, my epiphanies and my profound unfoldings and the energies that I'm getting and channeling and working with the illustrations and everything that we're being downloaded, is because these are a part of our new learnings, our new ways of behaving, for those that so desire, that get excited about co-creating and being a part of that master of my reality. I am a leader of my body. I am the alchemic master of my experience in and out, inner, outer, upper, lower. It's all that oneness working as one, and why we have shown and worked in videos with our fields, and we're going to be doing more and more of it. My teams are just saying, put it all out there. Get singing, get what your toning, get out there. Because what this is doing is, and I can see this, there is this part of me that's here thinking that what I'm going to be putting out is not out there yet. And this is new, I'm going to be seen as crazy. And my teams are going, well, that's your restriction. That's your limitation. But there's already an aspect of you that says, if this is how we've started, you need to start this. That's that me that's already doing all these singing and teachings in all of these schools and doing all of this stuff. But it's here that needs to be started and implemented. This is how it's fresh. And this word keeps coming to me all the time, fresh. And this freshness, this exuberance, this newness is what is that spark within creation that each and every one of us come with as our unique gifts to put into this template, so that we can begin new, so that we can understand that we're supposed to start this new. We're supposed to, as we wrote about the other day, see our education systems new, maybe creative learning exploration centers. Maybe we do things in a multi-dimensional way. Now we've got all of these beautiful skills and gifts and talents. Let's put all that we are as a universal being together and feed all that we are as the self-love of all that we are. And my intention now is to see, this is how I want my reality to look. I forgive, I heal, I let go, I release. Now I choose new. Boom, boom. And I'm letting go of the restrictions of, the what ifs, who's gonna want this, kind of thing, because those are the ego restrictions. Caring what other people will think about your passions, and just being your passion. Again, surrendering into the fact that you are source. You've come here as source to offer your unique gift, to fall in love with you, to be in joy loving you. And what came to me this morning is that my intention and my role now, my soul's new, my birthday wish, this is my birthday season, my birthday wish is from here on out is just to have fun being me and to explore all that I can be me and really have fun and fall in love with me in a new way. And releasing those egoic, this is my mission, this is my purpose, all those kind of things, because just being me will serve all of that. And I need to, for me personally, to perceive my life and begin my life in a new way of loving service to me. As I'm loving the service to me, I will absolutely be serving all else, because I know that those innate passions will be serving all. My desires to create movement and sound videos are going to serve those that will be threaded to it by their higher selves and their souls, connecting with it for those healing properties that will be offered in them. Because when we offer these, it's a Christic vibration, and there's teams and teams and teams behind us. We're in a stadium of angelic beings. This is how I've always seen it. We're in this beautiful podium in this stadium, and there's myriad of angelic beings that are with you. So if you open at your heart for your pure intent to surrender into your sourcehood, to surrender into highest benevolent outcome for you, your highest outcome for you, then you will receive the vibrations and the codes that you're meant to, and you begin softly moving in your field, co-creating your own intentions of benevolence and your own intentions of your Christic marriage with the grids, with Gaia, with this 5D template that we're all co-creating through our gifts and our service of exploration, expression, and experience. So it doesn't have to be seen anymore as this mission and this practice, because each and every one of us, especially light workers that are awakened and ready to serve, we innately feel the moment we wake up that we're here to create. There's no mistake about that. So that's innately threaded within our breath. And we get that. I get that. So each and every one of us, as we soften into this, well, we are really truly here upon this earth to live organically, authentically, spiritually, creatively, as our authentic Christic self, sovereign, expressing, exploring, creating, and experiencing. All else will be served. And it's really to let go of all those ego energies that thought your mission had to look like something, ascension had to look like something, your healing had to look like something. It will all be, it will all work itself out as we're just exploring the love of who we are. And my teams have told me this year more than any year, and I think why? Because these energies have been so intense, and the purging has been so intense, to be the love and to be the joy and the happiness and the song and the dance of you. It's truly the most important thing that we can take away right now, is just be happy and joyful. Be this beautiful, this elegant love of bringing light to the planet that we are. We are the light. We are the light. And so, and what we wanted to offer was just this beautiful co-creating of the fields, the honoring of who we are. And so just get yourself comfortable and open up your pillar of light and just call in the highest universal energies. And we're going to work with our fields, just creating our highest honor of who we are as source, appreciation and gratitude for who we are as source, the initiation and the intention of our fullest, highest self to our fields. So we're co-creating that fifth dimensional divine reality that we wish to see. And each and every one of us will have a different perspective and a different vision and different affirmation. So call upon the highest frequencies of the holy light to bathe and cleanse and release any and all energies that no longer serve, releasing all densities, all energies that don't serve. You're opening your chakras. I open, 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 clear, and cleanse. I am bathed with the highest light of the Holy Creator. Through the emotional, mental, physical, and etheric fields, I am bathed by the highest frequencies of holy light. I call on the electric blue light of the Holy Lord Michael to protect this space and bodies from above, below, and all four corners, now and future now, timelines, now and future now moments of those listening, the higher selves and the higher souls of the light programs. Please be with us in this moment so that we allow ourselves the highest frequencies of light activations and light invocations. I am perfection, and I am pure unconditional love. Every in-breath is pure unconditional love. Know yourself and feel yourself as love. I feel my oneness with Gaia. I am pure unconditional love. I am one with Gaia. I am one in love with humanity. I am one in love with all that I am, in all of my reflections, in all moments. I am one. I am source. The whole body is being filled and you're being bathed from above, you're being nourished from below, nourished and bathed. And allow yourself to bring all of your consciousness, all power that you have given away or left behind, return all of your consciousness, all of your power to your divine sacred heart. Create that claiming of that beautiful sacred home in your heart. This beautiful sacred home is your sacred altar with Source Creator, with your soul living through you. Invite your soul, invite your higher self. Come and live through me at this moment so that my ego is just observing. Ego, I invoke and I invite you to just observe any frequencies and any energies that are not serving. Please be released and cleansed and cleared now. Any cords, attachments, spells, any vows, anything that is releasing from our fields now, please be bathed and brought to the highest frequencies of love, life through Source Creator, through the Holy Creator of Mother, Father, for our highest and for our best. Pulling any and all roots and any all cords and any all aspects that are not serving us, please be released through our highest of intention. The pure heart, the pure mind, the pure body, the pure spirit, body, and soul of all that we are. Purity of all that we are, release what no longer serves through our breath, through our intention. We're calling in the highest codes of bathing and clearing and cleansing. Unconditional love, the pure intention to be our pure higher selves, to be our pure soul self, to be our pure source, essence of pure unconditional love. And drop all of your focus down to your sacred altar. This is the co-creating center. And set your intention and your beautiful visualizations and some positive affirmations for what you desire to feel as, whether you want to heal something within your body, your home, whether you want to create your 5D space, whether you just want to feel a beautiful amplification of unconditional love of who you are as spirit, of who you are as the miracle of life, of who you are as the majesty, the magic that walks in every moment. And so just keep breathing in divine, pure source light and know yourself as God, know yourself as source. Surrender into the idea that I'm surrendering into enjoying who I am. I'm surrendering into the bliss of who I am. I desire to put out intentions that as I put these intentions out, I'm going to experience my greatness. I'm going to experience the love of all that I am. I am source. I am source. I desire to experience myself as abundance, as a miracle, as a blessing. I desire to experience myself as forgiveness and compassion. I desire to experience myself as pure, unconditional love for myself and all others. I desire to know that in every moment I'm being offered a new opportunity to be that unconditional love, that compassion, that trust, and that elegance that is Source. That every person before me is that beautiful co-creation of Source for me to explore and expand who I am. I desire to feel in this beautiful space, in these beautiful bodies, in this beautiful essence, that my 5D space is me living as my free, liberated, sovereign self, offering my gifts, being my gifts, receiving my gifts. And in the exploration and expression and experience of me being me, I'm creating new source fields that just absolutely know and cannot wait for these returned energies of love and benevolence and joy and happiness. I'm sending this love, I'm sending this joy, I'm sending this happiness to all that I'm co-creating. I'm allowing all collectives in every way, the nature collective, the elemental collective, all that I am with Gaia, the beauty that I am with Gaia, to rise up in our frequency of oneness. From above and from below, we rise and become one. And we allow ourselves to see these new beautiful templates of love and blessings and creative joy that we're co-creating together, and we crisscross our lives through love and joy and happiness. And as we do, we can send that healing energy to those energies that require our forgiveness and our love and our compassion, to anything that is felt detached or misplaced. We send it love and compassion so that we find the answers when we're gifted them, to create that reunification and oneness. Sometimes it just requires us to step away from a problem before we're gifted that, oh, I can see how I can make that better. Getting hot. And we can see how that we can inspire one another through the inspirations of who we are. Allowing ourselves to live fully and beautifully as we can, or just weaving love, the vibrations of love from our intention, and weaving love into all of my spaces, into all of my timelines. And anything that has been misaligned from a mistruth or an illusion of who I thought I was, mistruths that have been told to me that I took on, that I'm fanning them with a beautiful violet flame, and I'm healing them, asking the highest universal energies, please assist in the releasing, the transmuting of anything that was a lower vibration that of those beliefs that I took on. And I'm just transmuting them and just releasing them. And I choose to live in my fullest height of pure love and pure grace with Source Creator, that in all moments is a miracle, all moments is a majesty for me to create in my wholeness with Source. I choose to experience happiness. I choose to experience grace. I choose to experience the miracle of who I am as a creative creator. I get to choose my destiny, and I put these loving energies into the templates of who I am. I am a painter. I am an artist. I am a loving co-creator with Source, and it's my divine promise and intention and invocation to live as joy of who I am, to explore who I am and to express who I am as Source. To know that these loving vibrations and these intentions go into healing my cells, bringing my cells up to a higher vibration of Christic energy, of Christic intention, that it's matching with the crystalline grids and the vibrations within the all Source fields. So that me as Source, my intention as Source, my intention as the heavens, bringing all that I am as a universal entity, as a universal essence, I'm harmonizing all that I am so that I am one with my universal families. I am one with the essence of my wisdoms and informations, and I am one with all that I am to create this beautiful experience that is me, through which the relations are brought to me, the soul love that is brought to me, the vocations, the abundance is brought to me through my intention to enjoy being me. I will express myself as me, I will explore myself as me, and I will experience myself as Source, because I am. I get to love who I am in a new way, and to be all that I am in a new way, and to honor it. And we send these vibrations through the field. We send these vibrations to Earth, because Earth remembers us in these frequencies of great honor, of great purification, in that purity of intent. Yeah, I'm happy to be me. I'm happy to be here. I've got these gifts to share, and this is why I'm here. I'm here to be with you, Gaia. Let's weave these energies. And this is what I've seen. It's just a weaving of energies. And when you get with that soul tribe, that's why it feels like that. It's just this weaving of love back and forth, this weaving of excitement to co-create together. And it's that weaving of that soul essence into, you know what, we all have visions here of our beautiful new earth, and we're here to co-create new systems. We're here to co-create new health and wellness. We're here to create the beautiful elegance that is Gaia through Source, through each and every one of us living as Source. So it's each of us showing up as our Source perspective. It's each of us showing up in that honor of who we are. It's each of us showing up to say, you know what, Gaia, let's create some beautiful gardens of love. Let's weave our nurturance and our honor and who we know ourselves to be. I know who I am as love. And anytime something comes up that your ego will, will kind of, especially with all the planetary purging that's going on right now, with all of the clearings that's going on right now, we're feeling these energies of all of the purging planetarily, collectively. And so in doing that, it's just a matter of taking a few moments of breath and clearing the space. Because you can transmute that with your intention of recognizing it, saying, return back to Source, please. And then you're sending that beautiful, divine violet flame energy, and sending it back in its transmutation of love and joy, and seeing in that moment, I've just created that beautiful essence of love and joy. And it's not going to be, you're not taking it on and infusing it with you. You're just saying, I'm returning it back with the violet flame. I'm returning it back in love and joy. And so those empaths and crystalline children, they will feel those energies in thought form. So, allow them that beautiful energy of affirmation, singing, dancing, and moving, to move it and transmute it, move it and transmute it, move it and transmute it. And simply just allow it to live through you as the vessel that you are, and not have it become a part of you. We're all vessels of light. How it lives through us, we can either get worried and stuck in, oh my gosh, is that mine? What do I have to work out? Or just allow it just to be on its way, and you choose in this new moment who you want to be. Every moment you get to recreate yourself as Source. So what feels good? What do I feel good? Where's my focus, my attention, and my intention is going to be? What do I want to create? So allow those purging energies that are really intense right now, especially around the full moons as well. Normally, what I've found out is that your soul, especially your soul, is linking with all of the planetary experiences right now, what's coming in through the ascension celestial alignments, planetary alignments. So they normally will not activate a deep Akashic soul healing in these times that are, at a full moon with a big ascension offering. It will usually be done in between because your body can only take so much, so that's, your team knows what they're doing, your soul knows what it's doing. It's not going to overwhelm you. Of course, there are times where we feel overwhelmed, but that's because of the misunderstanding that we have as to what you're really going through and how to process it through daily self-care, release and clearing, knowing that it doesn't have to all stick with you or you have to infuse with it. Just let it go and just return to love. There's always that moment you return to love. And so what I've been feeling lately, is my practice has been lately, is to the varying energies that I'm feeling, and I'm sensing the purging of the planet and the continuation of the clearing, is to be that open vessel of love. And what I was given this morning as a channel is, when you're in the center of love, when you're in that center of vibration of intention, I hold the intention that I am love. I am one with God, I'm one with Source, I'm one with my higher self and my soul, I am pure unconditional love. And for what my bodies have been going through, because I feel everything, my body begins to start to twitch. My body is reacting from the psyche template memories held within the discordances of energies between everything I'm feeling, whether somebody new just walks in the room or whatever. And so that's an alert the subtle body will tell you. There's energies here that are not necessarily in accordance or resonance with you. That's, as a healer, walking about as a healer, those are things we're learning to work with so that we can transmute and just be that open vessel of love. That's what I'm finding and I'm figuring out. And so because of all of the timelines and experiences that I've had in doing so, and why many empaths and healers go through that hermit period of locking themselves away, because it can get overwhelming and not knowing what to do. So what I found out is, and what I've been working with, is being that open vessel of unconditional love, and just sitting and being, I am unconditional love. I am pure centered love within my body, my mind, my heart, my soul. All that I am is love, as universal essence. The universal energy is flowing through me. I'm one with Mother, Father, and nothing can hurt or harm me. Can you hold yourself very still and very centered? In the center of that holding space of breath, I am pure love and nothing can harm or hurt me. And then the body just relaxes. The body just relaxes. And the energies will just kind of move on their way. And your body will get used to being that unconditional presence of love, because what we're doing is that we're training the mind. We're called entrainment. The entrainment of your mastery skills to manage your mind over matter, and to drop it within the heart. So that heart is now the operating mechanism to transform and transmute what's going on with your multidimensional bodies. As a healer and as perhaps a public speaker or a Reiki healer, anyone that has their subtle bodies open, anybody that's a crystalline and empath, will find themselves working through different. There was when my subtle bodies first opened up, I was just, I was just, cosmic jitterbug, because I was it was just a full on crash course, initiation by fire, my guides were saying. And then, that was just me reacting to everybody's energy and everything that was moving through the planet, because I'm so connected with Gaia. I'm connected with the grids. I'm connected with everything. I can feel everything. And my body was just going, overload. So I was having lots of salt baths and, really having to ground, especially in the winter when it's, we've got so much snow outside. I don't go and sit by the trees as often as I do. But that's just, grounding and honoring your body. Your whole body is source. So I'm training my etheric field. I'm training my mental, my emotional, my bodies. Everything within every cell knows that I am source. I'm entraining myself at this point now that nothing can harm me. I'm in absolute and utter divine, benevolent control of all that I am. And you become that peace. But that will take practice. So be gentle with yourself. On, if you're going out to public, I remember before we had, the staying inside kind of thing. I would go to Starbucks and I would just sit there for a morning just to get myself used to being around people. And it would use different shields and different energy blankets, and slowly get used to being around people, because it was just overwhelming. I would hear everything and I would feel everything, and then I would go on, I would go on lockdown mode. My body would just and my kids were just like, "What's going on? It's just another ascension thing, honey. Just don't worry about it. Just give me a minute." So these are the these are the things we're all getting used to, and how to work with it, and how to be in your center and be love unconditional. Because what I've been finding too is that when you get fully turned on your energies and your bodies, you're feeling the energies and the thought forms of other people, and sometimes they're not that loving. You just sit there and just be love, right? And it doesn't have to affect you. And that's the big thing. You can have it not affect you. You get to choose. So to be that master co-creator, and what Source was showing me this morning is that when you just surrender into you being Source, you're God, nothing can harm you, nothing can hurt you. You get to surrender those ego restrictions that keep you co-creating, those subtle energies co-create those fear experiences, those judgments that you have about other people's energy being different than yours. You're all one. So again, it's looking at things from the highest perspective of Source. But we haven't allowed ourselves that over, eons. It's always been, deprecation, or God-fearing. No, you're God. I guess if you're God-fearing, then that's why you create those energies. But that's not Source. Source is benevolent, loving, and joyful. Let's go play. That's Source. Unconditional love. And so we also want to talk about the essential oils today. The essential oils we wanted to talk about is the oil nutmeg. Nutmeg and ginger are really, really good. Easing the mind, releasing anxiety, and low self-esteem. Nutmeg is really good for low self-esteem, anxiety. And using nutmeg, because we all have nutmeg in our house most often. I'm using it for baking and such. And it can be just put in smoothies, and when you get your smoothie machine. And also coriander and ginger, using ginger a lot in teas and things like that. Those are different essential oils and herbs that can be used, and spices that can be used, and tonics as well, to help with anxiety and depression and so on. And again, like we talked about yesterday, the citrus oils, just smelling them or having them in the kids' rooms. And you'll find out, very quickly if they have an allergic reaction. Some say it's allergic reaction. I don't know if I talked about this the other day, but I was just given a download about allergies. I woke up yesterday going, did I get a download about allergies? Should I write about that? Oh, I'll write about it when it comes up again. I can't remember if I talked about it. Maybe it was my kids I was talking about allergies. Dissonance, discordance, allergies. Anyways. And here are the teas I was talking about. And it's called Tea Squared. I got these in just a local supermarket into the pure organic tea section, GMO free. And this one's called the Pure Energy. It's an elixir, and they're just beautiful fresh herbs, really beautiful, and they taste so good. Depending on what you want. This is the lavender rooibos. So I talked about rooibos yesterday, and it's an herb tea. They're just beautiful. You can see the beautiful little leaves inside, and the flower petals and the herbs. It's just beautiful. And this is the sleepyhead. Sometimes my mind gets overactive and I need, help sleeping, and I just get a little sleepyhead. And again, it's organic, caffeine-free, it's kosher, gluten-free. Really great quality teas, and you can see the beautiful flowers and rose petals and all the stuff that comes with. And this one's my kombucha detox. This is a detox. Really beautiful teas, and it's called Tea Squared, and you can order them, and they're just really beautiful. Herbs and tonics and flower petals, and I'm using those to nourish your bodies. I think I'm going to go have one right now. And then again, you can buy these at most local stores. I usually get mine at Winners, discount stores, and essential oil stores. You can even order them online. Probably ordering them online because there's a lot of stores that are shut down. Different room sprays for, they have a lot, they have so much selection now because there's so many people that are awakening to essential oils and how holistic medicinal energies from Gaia assist us in just relieving that, moment for moment anxiety, and just the soothing energy sprays, um, and I usually use them before and after meditation and just throughout the day, if we've got company coming over and just relaxing the energy in the room. And there's a beautiful sage spray that I've put on my Facebook several times. And there's a white sage spray. And just use that. It works really, really well. It's a beautiful sage spray. Although I have heard and I have bought one, so just know where you get them from. The one that I've put online, I've used several times and I've never had a problem with them. They're really great quality. But there are a few that you can buy and purchase that aren't necessarily what is in the bottle. So just be conscious of, and if you find a good supplier, then, use that supplier. The one that I've put on there, so far they've supplied me with what's in the bottle because I can smell them now. And that's with anything really, crystals. I've bought so much lapis. I didn't buy lapis. Someone had bought lapis for me, and it wasn't lapis. So know who you get your crystals from. Know who you get your supplies from, and just know that it's a reputable company. And read the feedback and the comments and the review. And obviously your intuition. Your intuition is better off and there's so much information out there about essential oils and the A to Z's on herbs and tonics, because so many people are awakening to their multidimensional gifts and they're writing about it now. And another great one that we'll talk about on our show as soon as spring comes and as soon as I get out there is forest bathing. And I've got some really fun ideas that I'm going to create for myself. I won't give it away. All of my ideas. So thank you. We thank you so much for co-creating with us today in this beautiful sacred space, in the sacred corner, where all worlds meet and all from above below, and sitting at the crucible of all that we are as pure love. Know yourself, honor yourself, and have fun and enjoy yourself as pure love because you are. Know that there is nothing that you cannot achieve, co-create, and know and do within all that you are as source, and just allowing that beautiful beauty to live through you is why we're here, to co-create these new templates of beauty and co-creative enjoyment as being human and spiritually awakened, divine, heavenly, omnipresent upon earth. So thank you, dear lighted ones. Namaste. Be joyful. And don't forget to